Isaiah Bolden signed a 4-year deal with the Patriots with an $81,000 bonus. So now what? As an NFL agent, I can tell you there is no real negotiation of his contract due to the rookie wage scale implemented about 10 years ago. The rookie wage scale took so much money out of a rookie's first contract, and it really made the need for an NFL agent expendable or flexible. So you're going to see more stories like Matt Elam, Lermy Tunsil, and the most famous self-represented NFL athlete Lamar Jackson, who really got a better deal than Jalen Hurts, if you want to be real. Anyway, agents typically charge 3%. Why am I noting this? Great question. Because more players turn to self representation out of necessity. So Bolden has been drafted, and for a normal person receiving $81,000 up front with a $750,000 salary is life-changing money. But for a professional athlete, it can be a challenging time for them financially. Bolden has to really watch and be mindful of his bread, or his chickens, as Marshawn would say. He has a agent to pay, a nutritionist, a trainer at minimum, or he should be having that. Then he's got to live in a good area in the greater Boston region, which is a higher cost of living. This is a recipe for tight times. Even though he's on TV or interviews or made a big play on ESPN or whatever, he still has he still may not be making it. He still may be still paycheck to paycheck. And let me tell you how. 750,000 divided by 16 games comes out to roughly 47,000 per game check. The additional 17th game, that 17th week, is apart from the athlete's contract. That is a separate amount. Okay, so let's break down that amount. $47,000 per game check. I praise to the heavens he's going to be putting some of that in his 401k, which is matched heavily by the NFL. But let's just say he's not. All right. So you got your federal taxes, your state taxes, your agent fees. Your check is going to get cut just like that. Then you got the et ceteras, the family and friends. And by the way, the athlete's a walking target for litigation. You know, people look at you as a windfall. Jalen Carter got sued the other day. So now he got to pay lawyer fees, right or wrong. I mean, it is what it is. So then you want to show love to your fam, like I was saying earlier, your mom, your longtime friends. That's just more money out of the window. So really quickly, you rightfully so, as an NFL athlete drafted in the 7th round, can become the cheapest person you know and still have to put your body on the line each and every day. So again, out of that 47,000, a player may, after Fed and state taxes, 401k, still only see $17,000 to $20,000 per paycheck. That's not bad, but remember, there's rent in a high cost of living area, a nutrition person, your car, your regular bills, and more. Then you don't know when the first check, by the way, the check is not coming until September. Your first game check's not coming until September. All right. He got his bonus up front. You're going to get per diem from the rookie camps, the mini camps, and training camp. But that's it. You got to make that money stretch until week 1. All right. That's just, it is what it is. That's how it's designed and set up. So a young kid might blow his checks like that in the middle of a violent sport and living paycheck to paycheck because of your profession. Well, you know, can he train over the summer at the facility? Yes and no. The NFL CBA has requirements where certain times players can't be in the building. And when they are in the building, they may be 15 or 20 other guys in there with you. And you're not going to excel at group training all the time. You know, they're going to have coaches. They're going to have the weight room people and additional staff. But you need people who know what they are doing and looking for to individually analyze you and coach you to perform at your best or at your highest level. If you don't believe me, watch this interview with Russell Wilson and Bill Simmons. Russell details how much he works on his body year round, and it's a lot. And LeBron notoriously spends over $1 million on his body year round as well. That's staff, that's sport and medical professionals just around the clock. That's what it takes to get $100 million contract or $100 million plus dollar contract. A financial commitment to your body. You think $750,000 a year is going to do that? Hell nah. Bolden will have to budget carefully and take any and all endorsements that come through the door. An autograph signing at a local dealership, take it. A men's diaper ad, take it. I don't give a shit. Pun intended. He needs to grow his money outside of his NFL contract so he can use that money to invest in his body and live comfortably. Then he can get mom's that state of the art TV or that vacation in Miami she always wanted because she deserves. The new house gonna have to wait until the new contract. It really is. So that's the reality. You may be a freak athlete, drafted, well liked, and still struggle because in reality, the money's not there. It's not in the account. It hasn't been made yet and may not come. All right, story time. All right, so I was trying to sign a guy out of the SEC. I'm in his apartment when it so happens that he's the chaperone of recruits that weekend. All right, and one of the recruits he's hosting is a DB out of Florida named William Likely. Now, the guy I'm trying to sign tells Will, these are the type of meetings you'll have to have at the next level, like when you get in college. I asked him some questions, but I could just tell, like I'm in the room with him, he's a freak athlete. To be at that SEC school at his size on a recruiting visit, he was only 5'8", but I knew he was probably the best, one of the best in the country at the time. I kept track of him, and that fall he ended up committing to the University of Maryland. I fully expected him walking through those doors to get drafted. He was tough, he could defend, and was really, really good at like punt returning and kick returning. And he was a favorite. Like they would market him in key games against Penn State in those Big Ten matchups. He ended up not getting drafted. He was a priority free agent like Aubrey Miller. He signed with the Patriots just like Isaiah Bolden. He didn't make the team. He was only there for the summer and training camp and got cut. He became a career journeyman, and I really lost track of him until I cut on the TV the other day and I saw him playing in the XFL for the Houston Roughnecks. He gave a sideline interview after catching a key interception. You can be on TV giving interviews and still be living check to check. Damn.